How's it going, everybody? My name is Daniel Arroyo, and today I am welcoming you here to a Christian's Journey. For the community of a Christian's Journey, you know that today is a special day because we are kicking off our first segment to this new and improved, this revamped, this new A Christian's Journey channel. If you don't know what this new channel entails, you're more than welcome to watch the video before because we include everything that this new A Christian's Journey entails. But let me briefly remind you what it does entail. Two things mainly. One, we are going to be mainly focusing on Christian aspects, Christian principles, rather than random jambo, random things. Now we're going to be focusing on solely Christian principles, biblical concepts. And the second, although we're not going to be vlogging my relationship with my girlfriend will still be in this video. She will be towards the end of these videos, and she will be providing a small little devotional that will hopefully encourage you in your Christian walk. Now, to start this off, I want to let you know that we are going to begin this new series that is called Lord Have Mercy. Lord have mercy. And a Christian's journey is about looking into a life of a Christian believer. It essentially provides a window. And any Christian that you know should believe that the Bible is authoritatively the Word of God. And a great place to start in reading the Word of God is the book of Psalms. I mean, you could also start Proverbs, Genesis, you could start in the book of John. All of those are great starts. And one of them is the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms is a wonderful book. One psalm in particular I have taught from several times, and it has forever changed my life. I mean, the entire Bible has changed my life because it is more than capable of changing one's life. But this one book in particular, it is within the Bible, it is a psalm. It showed me the mercy of God, and I desire to show you that in this new first series to kick off this new this new channel. Also, if you like this, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't know this, you could subscribe to us on iTunes. You just look us up on the podcast, A Christian's Journey, and you will find this audio recording there, and it will be more accessible if you like to listen to podcasts. We are also on YouTube if you are listening to us on podcasts. Now, this psalm is known as Miserere mi Dios, and it is Psalm 51. Now, to understand more about the psalm, it is important to understand about music. Music is virtually a part of every culture. You see, if there's a culture, more than likely there is music that correlates with that culture. If you look at Americans, they have their music. Mexicans, they have their music. Japanese, they have their music. Russians, they have their music. Indians, they have their music. Brazilians, they have their music. Every culture, virtually every culture, they have their music. And this music reveals a certain aspect of that culture. For instance, if we look at the American culture, you will see that they have a certain view of relationships. You could see that via their music. You see that they have a certain view towards intimacy. You see that they have a certain view towards patronism through via their music. You are able to understand that. Now, circa 1000 to 900 BC, you will find that the Hebrews, the Jews, they had their music, and a popular album, if you could say that, was the Book of Psalms. the book of Psalms, they are songs. Essentially, they are songs that have a Hebrew poetic mix into them. And it is beautiful. We'll get more into it when we get into the word, into Psalm 51. But you are able to see, as you are able to see certain aspects of the American culture via their music, you are able to see the Jewish culture via the music of the Psalms, because it was a popular album, it was a popular songbook in their time. Now, you see through the book of Psalms their view of God. And and in addition to revealing culture, songs reveal the heart of man. There are times when you listen to a song and you may want to cry. There are times that you want to smile because somehow the composer, the artist who is performing that song is, especially if you go to a live performing, you are able to see how they portray, how they present that song, and you are able to connect with that individual's heart. You have this sense, this feeling, and this occurs with plenty of songs. You're able to connect with their heart because music has that power to reveal the music, to reveal their heart, I mean. And a song that continues to change my life and continues to touch my heart in a spiritual way is It Is Well by Horatio Spafford. He wrote this. If you have a good understanding of the artist, you have a greater understanding of the song. He wrote this in a time when he was going through trials, he was going through tribulations. He was a good man. He was a Christian, he had business, he had a family, but all of a sudden, he lost his son, he lost his daughters, and in the place where he lost his daughters, he wrote this song, It Is Well, and he penned down these lyrics, It is well with my soul. And through it all, I hope, my heart hopes that I understand who Jesus Christ is, in so much that I am able to say, It is well. Now, that's a human inspired, and I believe that God anointed that individual, Horatio, to write that song. But it's not as powerful as the Psalms, because the Psalms, although yes, there's a human part, but it is divinely inspired by God. Therefore, it perfectly reveals the heart of man and how you should view God. Therefore, I'm going to be teaching from Psalm 51, Lord, have mercy. And as we learn the context of Horatio Spafford, in the next episode, we will be learning the context of David when he penned down this psalm. And we're going to dive into it verse by verse and learn the truths of this marvelous psalm. Join us next time to learn more. Lord, have mercy.
Hey ladies, it's Elida, and today I'm here to share with you guys a little bit about following after God's design for you and how that can bring hope, fulfillment, and purpose. So, oftentimes throughout our lives, we strive to find happiness, and we usually go to things that only give us temporary happiness, such as we strive to want a boyfriend because we think that once we get a boyfriend, everything's going to be awesome and he's going to make us happy, or we strive to look a certain way because once we look that way, we know that other people are going to like us and therefore we're going to like ourselves. But oftentimes, once we get those things, we don't really find that true happiness. We do, but it only lasts for a moment. But once you strive after God's design for your life, you will find hope. You will find true fulfillment and purpose within your life because you know that what you're striving after has true eternal fulfillment within your life. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy all of the time and you're always going to be happy. Of course, there are going to be times where it's going to be tough, but when you're focused on God and you're focused on His faithfulness, you'll find hope in striving for these things because you'll know that God has your back and He desires the best for you. So you'll find hope and you know that your purpose is just right within your reach and you will feel this joy and fulfillment within your life. So I just want to leave you with this question. Where do you see yourself within the next, let's say, 6 months, a year, or even 5 years into the future? Wherever you see yourself, I I encourage you to strive and take the steps that it takes to get to be that person that you desire to be. You're not just going to wake up one day and you're magically going to be that person. No, it's going to take work. And I encourage you to just put yourself in God's truth and allow Him to direct your path and just strive after that goal and that fulfillment that you desire, that God desires you to have. Thank you for listening to my little segment on following God's design slash plan in your life. I hope this encouraged you. And if you liked this kind of video and would like to see more of encouragement towards the ladies, just like and subscribe and leave a comment down below of what you would like for me to speak on that you feel like you're struggling with or you feel like you need someone to talk about. And I will be more than happy to talk about that topic. So thanks and bye.